Okay, welcome back. I also bought a Sig Sauer while I was away. I got a Sig Sauer P229R, stands for the rail system. The weapon's been cleared, by the way. No ammo. No ammo in the magazine. I have one round here just to show you what type of ammunition it shoots. This is a 40 cal. This is ball ammunition, nothing special. And I forgot the FPS and the grain is on it, but just your standard ball round. So 229R, 40 cal rail. This is shorter than 226. As you can see, the 226 actually extends out this further. This one's a little bit more compact. Actually, I believe this is considered the compact version of the 226. Okay, a couple of different things. 40 cal, compromise between a 9mm and 45. I like my 45 gap. I don't like the ammunition, but I like 45 the caliber. 9mm I like, very accurate, but not as quite as powerful in my opinion. So I'll compromise 40 cal, win every time. Sig Sauer, they're very good at making very accurate firearms. A little bit more expensive, definitely, but good firearms nonetheless. Okay, a couple of features. You have the trigger, the takedown lever, the decocking lever, the slide release right here, and then the hammer. This is a very interesting weapon in the fact that when you are getting ready to fire, it's in single action mode. So when I pull, and I have not, if I load the magazine and there's rounds in it, and I decide to release it with rounds in it, and I decide to decock the lever, it is now in single action. And now because it's in single action, it means that I have to put a little bit more pressure on that trigger for it to finally fire. Now, if I release the slide, load it around, and keep the hammer back, now I'm just in double action. Every time I fire, it goes back, does the same thing, the hammer's back, and I can fire again. Very smooth. I like that feature quite a bit. If I'm in a situation where I have a round in the chamber, I have rounds in the magazine, and the hammer's back, for safety reasons, you could decock it, and you would have to apply more pressure on the trigger for the weapon to fire. These magazines supposedly are made by the same company that makes Beretta magazines. These magazines I love. I actually like these magazines better than Glock magazines, just because they're so smooth. Take apart the weapon. All you're going to do, slide it back, put the slide release, lock it, take down the takedown lever, push it down, then you're going to release the slide, and off comes the slide. Now you have your lower receiver, your upper receiver. Now you have a spring and the spring guide rod, as you can tell. Different from a Glock, but very similar in the fact the way it's taken apart. And then of course the barrel slides right out, just like most pistols. The one thing that I've heard people say about Sig Sauer is that they tend to be very accurate. And one of the reasons they might attribute that to, I've heard some people say, and it makes sense, is as you can tell there are grooves here on the lower assembly, and you can see that those slide rails go the full length of this portion of the pistol. So that means that every time you fire and the slide goes back, it has something to guide along, and that makes it a little bit more accurate. So that is probably, and I believe, one of the features is why it's so accurate. All you do is put the slide back on the rails, it slides on. All you're going to do is lock it back, put the slide release up so it locks into place. The takedown lever, you're going to push back up, it locks it, release it, and you're good to go. I like that feature when I can hit the decocking lever and the hammer falls without firing around. And of course the magazine, inserted. Your magazine release is located right here, right next to the trigger guard, where it meets the pistol grip. Press it, slides right up. Very smooth. I like that feature quite a bit. Now of course, again, like I'm in the state of California, I only have 10 round, but these you can get in 12 round. if you live in a state that isn't so picky. Other than that, that's a Sig Sauer P229R, 40 cal, recently bought. Excellent weapon. Have a nice day.